Yeah, this is open source trading. And here I don't actually teach you the past data. I show you what will happen. So we are more into predicting the next market moves other than telling you what has already happened. So we've been looking at the Swiss pairs from last week, and today we are in the middle of the month, which is 13th. So if you watch our last video on YouTube, you will see we talked about the Swiss direction. And the direction is determined by very many things. One of them was picking our tops and bottoms. But in this case, we are picking the bottoms for the Swiss pairs, especially uh, especially the AUD CHF, and then also so there was the AUD CHF, and then we also got CHF. So I've been analyzing these markets from the yearly time frame, AUD CHF. So if you watched the other video I showed you, this is the yearly time frame for AUD CHF, and this is our all-time yearly lows. So let me just make it more clear like this. This is our all-time lows. And I'd say once you have your lows, it becomes very easy for you to begin to pick your bottoms because that is one of the easiest way to trade. So when I come to the 4 hourly time frame, this is exactly how I would want to trade this pair. So let me just strip it naked and I show you the whole thing. Let me just do this. Okay. So remember, this was our all-time lows. Now, when you're at the bottoms, you begin to look for patterns. So what pattern do I look for here? I tweeted this some time back. Let me just get you the exact tweet. Because I told guys when I trade, I actually try to tell you what will happen, not what has already happened. And I usually, my trading even is like a story that I can tell you from Twitter and then to YouTube and then to the exact entries on Telegram. So I'd say gold is at all-time highs, Euro New Zealand is at 2020 highs, and then AUD CHF and CAD CHF, they're at all-time lows. And what I would want there are an inverted head and shoulder, especially for AUD CHF and CAD CHF. So we've had, this is now an inverted head and shoulder. You can see clearly here, this is like your right, this is your shoulder, this is your head, and then this is the other shoulder, an inverted head and shoulder. So now when you have an inverted head and shoulder, let me just break it down for you so that you can understand exactly what I mean. So here you have, of course, your high, which the market has actually tried to take over, but then closed back inside. And we had our first double top, double bottom here. And then now the market comes weeks, and then we have a strong price difference candle here. So if you study how we trade, this is our price difference candle. But we were supposed to have an entry on this. But if the candle is too long, I mean, if you have measure it, this is about 200 pips. That is too long. So what you want to see, you want the candle to reduce into either this area here, which is our demand, okay, or into what we call a price difference. So now if you see from here, and the moment the market comes here, there is a higher chance for you to now begin to trade. This will be the next potential direction that. So this is why now this video is all about the entries of what is likely to happen. So this is the move we shall be expecting throughout the week. And of course, you will want to have your first targets around here. And then maybe when the market pulls down and then doesn't break, we can continue to swing that. So that's it on the AUD CHF. Let me just show you on CAD-J. Without going to further down, you can all know that this is our all-time frame, the lowest the market has ever been, an all-time frame. But if you study this pattern here, you will realize that the market is actually forming this wedge here. But the most important thing is we had our low here and then the reaction from this low. And this is why it is very important for you to wait for confirmation. So if you are taking a trade based on this demand, you will see you will be wicked out. What I wanted to do was to wait and then get a confirmation here and then check it, but it didn't come. We have formed another low here. Okay. So now what we are left with, you see this wedge, 3 touches, 1, 2, the third one. So what we need is a strong bullish break to the upside. Once we get that strong break to the upside, then we can have that direction But of course, this will be an area of first target, and then if we have a pullback, then we can go like that. So that's what we have on these two pairs. Of course, you can look at the rest of the pairs. There is no problem with that. And like I said, want to pick the tops. You want to pick the tops. You want to pick the tops and the bottoms. So if you see, this is our low, and then this is our all-time low. But from this low, we can begin to look for trading opportunities. So when I come to the 4-hourly, this is what it will look like on the GBP CHF. So you can see we have a low here. So what we need is a break. If you get the break here, then we can take the trade to the upside. Okay, it's just keeping it as simple as that. And then finally, let me show you this. Now, the reason why I usually trade Swiss pairs, Euro pairs, and JPY pairs at the same time is because they complement each other. If you see this is exactly what I had explained on the other pair, an inverted head and shoulder, okay, with these other highs. That so you can see now, this is the next move we shall expect on that. So that is how you trade. And then just to show you something, the whole of this video here, I explained the entries here, you just watched it. But then I wanted to teach you guys patience because I believe strongly that patience can be taught. This is one of the things I'm beginning to learn. This is a tweet we did on, this was like last week, of course. So I was like, trading with patience feels like you are not interested, but you are fully there for the hand. And then CHF pairs, one more confirmation for longs. So let's see. Now, I want to show you some principle. Last week on Friday, we never had quite the volume that we needed to push price up. That means this Monday and Tuesday, we will have the volumes to do that. So this is one of those videos where you really want to watch and then make profits straight away. So, and if the trades are ready, they will be sent into our signal groups and you will see them there. So this is how we're approaching the Swiss pairs this week. So you just want to